What if I told you that success isn't about making one big leap, but rather about taking small, consistent steps, day after day? Today, we're exploring how powerful small, consistent efforts can be in transforming our lives. You might have heard this quote, "Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out." But what does that really mean, and how can we use it to improve ourselves? Imagine each day as a chance to add one small piece to the puzzle of your dreams. Not the whole picture at once, just a piece. Maybe it's reading a single chapter of a book, going for a 15-minute walk, or setting aside time to learn a new skill. At first, these small steps don't seem like much. They're so small, we often underestimate their value. But here's the secret. When we add them up over days, weeks, months, and years, they become something powerful. Think about it this way. Every time you make a choice that pushes you a bit closer to your goals, you're strengthening the success muscle. It's a habit-building approach, one step at a time. Research shows that consistent, repeated actions shape our brains and over time make those actions easier to perform. Let's break it down with an example. Say you want to learn a new language. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. There's vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and so much more. But instead of trying to learn it all at once, what if you just spent 10 minutes a day practicing? Maybe you focus on just 5 words each day. It doesn't seem like much, right? But over a month, that's 150 words. In a year, 1,800. Suddenly, that small daily effort has added up to something big. This same principle applies to other goals, whether it's getting fit, advancing in your career, or building confidence. If we look around, we can find countless examples of people who achieve success not overnight, but by dedicating themselves to these small daily efforts. The greatest athletes, for instance, train every day. They don't focus on winning the gold medal in each practice. They focus on doing just a little bit better than yesterday. Why is consistency so important? Our brains thrive on routines and habits. Every time we repeat an action, we reinforce a neural pathway, making that action easier to perform next time. That's how habits form and why over time, tasks that seem difficult or even impossible at first start feeling natural. Imagine you're on a journey. Every day, you move just one step forward. Some days, the progress is easy. On others, you might feel like giving up. But by committing to small, manageable steps, you make the journey less overwhelming. You build momentum and find motivation in your progress. This idea, focusing on the process rather than the end result, keeps you going, even on the tough days. Many people wait to feel motivated before they take action. But here's an interesting insight. Consistency often leads to motivation. When you see the results of your small efforts adding up, it fuels your desire to keep going. It's like a chain reaction, each step sparking the next. If we look to successful people, we find that most didn't start off with massive achievements. They started small, with a focus on daily actions. They embraced the mindset that tiny, repeated efforts lead to big results over time. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. And in a marathon, the goal isn't to run at top speed the entire time, it's to keep moving forward, one step at a time. So how can we make this work for us? Let's break it down into a few actionable steps. 1. Set clear, small goals. It's easy to feel overwhelmed if our goals are too big. But by breaking them down into small, manageable parts, we give ourselves achievable targets to hit each day. 2. Create a routine. Building consistency is easier when we have a set routine. Whether it's in the morning, at lunch, or before bed, set aside time every day to work toward your goal, even if it's just a few minutes. 3. Track your progress. Keep a journal or a simple checklist. Seeing your progress on paper can be incredibly motivating. It's a reminder of how far you've come, even on days when progress feels slow. 4. Celebrate small wins. Success isn't just about the finish line, it's about the steps you take to get there. Recognize and reward yourself for the progress you make along the way. 5. Stay patient and positive. Consistency takes time to pay off, and there may be setbacks. But remember, each small effort is a step toward a bigger goal. The journey itself is part of the reward. Success through small, repeated actions may not seem flashy. There's no dramatic leap, no overnight transformation, but by committing to small efforts every day, we create lasting change. This is how we become stronger, wiser, and more capable. And the best part? You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. You just have to start, one small step at a time. So, the next time you feel like success is out of reach, remember, big achievements are built on a foundation of small, daily actions. Start with that one step. Keep going day after day. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize just how far those small efforts have taken you.